afternoon, good evening, good night, whichever part of the world and whatever time zone you're joining us from. Welcome! Welcome to the 2023 edition of the Black Consciousness Festival, where we're focusing on healing and reconnection for a second year. The Black Consciousness Festival is a global platform that connects people of African descent with each other by sharing and encouraging exchange through information, traditions, histories, intentions, traumas, celebrations, legacies, stories connecting to pride, power, and practice. Our inaugural year was in 2020, where we created a month of conversations and activities around topics of Black consciousness. In 2021, we had a few events: a youth festival, a weekend of conversations and reparations, and in November, conversations on shift, as we explored the many ways in which we as people of African descent shared and rebirthed elements of ourselves. In 2020, we focused on healing and reconnection for the first time, and we've decided to continue that theme this year because it's so important for us all. The recordings of all of these conversations are available on our website, theblackconsciousnessfestival.com, and our YouTube channel. As you listen to the conversations, we encourage you to be kind to yourself. Pause, breathe consciously, move, and appreciate all that you are. Thank you for joining us.
To introduce this conversation with Luísa, Mahin, and Mãe Juvani Viana, an educator and mother from the Recôncavo of Bahia, who will be talking to Junia Bertolino, a choreographer from the state of Minas Gerais. Luísa is an artificer of ideas. She holds a BA in journalism, and she works with the cultures and languages of traditional cultures from Brazil. Wish you a wonderful conversation, and thank you, Luísa, for accepting our invitation. Thank you as well to Mother Juvani Viana and to Junia Bertolino.
Boa tarde. Boa tarde. Gratidão, Anderson, pelo convite. Desculpa. Olá. Gratidão pelo convite. Gratidão, Anderson, a todas as pessoas organizadoras desse evento, que estamos aqui, né, representando Cachoeira pelo terceiro ano. É uma satisfação muito grande para mim e para nós, né? Mãe Juvani também, que já está no segundo ano, se eu não me engano, aqui participando dessa roda de troca de saberes, né? De partilha desse legado.
In this exchange of knowledge and sharing this story that is so relevant to our people, to our communities, and to the world. And being able to perpetuate this knowledge and contributions to be able to overcome the problems that we have in our territories. Mãe Juvani, that comes from a Quilombola community in Cachoeira. We're here in this circle once again, so we can talk about dances, roots, and reconnection. Dances, roots, and connections, that is a theme that is a great part of us as people, that apart from our orality, we also share our connections with our bodies and how we move. And through this moment of dance is how we connect with our ancestors, and we are able to be part of this ludic moment that is also sacred. Mãe Juvani is a wonderful person from Recôncavo, and she's a woman that purposes various areas from education, spirituality, economic, financial. She can talk about so many themes in life. and she's such a great woman that works in this area of spirituality through the body, and uh, her, her work purposes a lot of different areas of knowledge and forms of being in the world. So I would like to thank uh, to give us this vote of confidence once again and be here in order to talk about these aspects that are so very important to our community. Thank you, Mother Juvani, for coming. Thank you, Junior, that is not here yet, but he is also committed to this fight that is so important for communities and for the world, and who is going to be here very soon. So, Mother Giovanni, please talk about you, where you come from, your references, your inspirations, what uh, brought you to this place of using dance as a form of ancestral connection. You there?
Tô tentando. Oi. Eu sou Juvani,
Hello,
sou Juvani, Nery, Viana,
I'm
Jovelino.
Giovanni,
Como você
Viana
falou, eu sou de
Jovelina.
Cachoeira, né, do
I'm
Quilombo.
here from Cachoeira,
Nasci em
from
Santiago,
Quilombo de
lá,
Caunde,
Cachoeira.
in
Vim
Cachoeira. I
para
come
Caminho,
from
Caçueira,
an
África.
hierarchy that
E
comes
minha
from
natureza
Africa,
é uma mistura,
indigenous and
então
Portuguese, a whole mixture.
vivendo, dizendo assim, eu me sinto
And I'm
passando
here
para
living and
desenvolver o que
thinking
eu
that
vejo hoje.
my
É isso que eu venho.
ancestors were not
Mas
able
quero
to
dizer
witness
que
what I
esse
witnessed
tempo
today.
todo, essa temporada
But
toda,
for all
é,
this time that has gone past,
a, a gente não, a gente não
we as
ter,
people,
vendo dessa hierarquia, e não ter princípios assim como a gente tem hoje, porque eu costumo dizer que antigamente os negros africanos que
we
se
as people
escondiam para não
that
procurar o ouro,
went
para
through a lot of
colonizar
things
e
and
fazer
went
mãozinha do
had
mal,
to hide
porque mãozinha do
to
mal,
be
porque
able
já
to
foi outro
witness
meus avô, meu bisavô,
what
se
I
esconderam
am
e foram
here
vendo
and living right
depois,
now,
porque em cada vítima
because
dessa
my
foi um engenho
granddad
que se
had to
construiu,
hide.
foi um soldado,
And through that
precisando de
experience,
ajuda esse
he
soldado para estar
he
chegando
built
até aqui.
this
Então eu digo assim, uma
and
hierarquia
to
que vem
build
minha,
our
que
house at
assim,
first.
a minha bisavó que foi pegar dente de cachorro, minha bisavó eu
And
conheci, minha avó também.
my
E a gente
grandmother, I
cresceu
was
ouvindo,
able
né?
to
Eles
know,
dois que já tiveram seis
and
filhos.
my
E
great
aí
grandfather, and they were
depois
had
que veio a minha avó,
children.
daí tem a
That
minha mãe,
then my
que
grandfather
nasceu,
comes,
né? Que
and
nasceu
then my mom comes, and then
do
me.
pai,
An
então quem é
hierarchy,
descendência desse de mais de
uh,
massa espiritual era ele.
hierarchy
Herdei
that
aquilo
comes
que
from my
espiritual
father,
ele
and
tinha secreto
I
dentro dele.
inherited
Mas
this
eu quero dizer
mission.
que esse
But I want
envolvimento todo
to
que eu cresci,
talk about this
é,
involvement
com a
inside
vontade,
this
eu
place,
cresci com a vontade do do
and
desenvolvimento, eu digo isso.
growing in a place
Pelo
like
seu
this.
desenvolvimento espiritual. A
I
gente,
have a willingness inside
eu
me
tive que assumir esse desenvolvimento
to
espiritual. E a
continue
minha
with
vontade,
this
quando eu me
path
anunciei um
of
professor, né, para
spirituality.
ensinar os alunos da minha turma,
At first, I wanted to
para
be a
aprender a ler e
teacher just
escrever,
to
é uma história
teach
grande.
my
Mas eu
community
quero dizer a você que
how
hoje
to
nós vamos
read and
falar
write.
da dança, né?
Uh,
Da dança. E eu
but
quero dizer a
today
você
we're going to talk
que na
about
minha
the
escola, que
dances,
eu mesmo
and
foi que construí a minha escola.
inside
Construí não, um prédio não.
school,
Dentro da minha sala de moradia da casa,
inside
eu coloquei uma escola.
my
E
house,
dentro dessa
I
escola,
was able to put a
coloquei
place of
dança.
education,
Coloquei
and together with that place
educação,
of
porque veja
education
bem,
and study, I was able
dentro
to
desse
put dancing,
ambiente,
a
eu
place
coloquei
for
dentro desse
dances,
ambiente,
and inside that place
que é
of
uma história
dances,
muito
I
grande que eu
was
vou
able
contar aqui
to
agora.
put a place of workshop,
digo a você,
and
como você conseguiu?
people ask
Foi
me,
muito
how did you
louco, esse foi
manage
embora
to
e o povo não tinha nada.
bring so
Carregaram água
much
na
uh,
cabeça de lá
so
da
many
onde
different
tinha
things
aquela
to a
carregaram
community
água
that
para a
people
bacia da
didn't have
igreja de lá do
anything.
pé da mata.
People didn't have access to
Carregaram lenha para
education. People
cozinhar,
just
porque era
had
na barraca que
to
cozinhava.
uh,
Como
go and
você
wash their
conseguiu?
clothes on the
Através
river
de um grupo de
and
dança que eu coloquei
gather wood.
dentro da minha escola,
And
eu
how do you
comecei.
manage to get to the place where you're in now?
Fui tendo
Through our
meus.
dance groups,
A minha
through
filha era queria
the
dançar
work that
duas
we
meninas
did,
que estudavam comigo queriam
my
dançar.
children
E
that
aí,
studied dance,
tem no ginásio em Santiago do
and
Iguape, porque logo no princípio
through
minhas
the
primeiras filhas não
gymnasium
podiam ir
of
na Santiago do
Santo de
Iguape, não
Guape,
existia ainda. Eu mandei
that
todas
in
as
my
meninas,
time
mas já
it
as
wasn't there,
outras mais novas já tinham
and the
ido para
younger
Santiago do
ones,
Iguape. Botei elas para
my younger children already had
estudar em Santiago
access
do Iguape.
to
Lá
what I
eles
didn't.
iam andando uma longa hora
They
aqui até Santiago
would
do
need
Iguape,
to walk
buscando para chegar para
through the
poder
mud
tomar
to
um
get
banho-maria,
there,
tomarem banho,
would need
essas
to
coisas.
log,
Mas
walk
quando
great
eles chegavam lá,
distances
eles
to go to
começavam a
this
falar
gymnasium to
das
my
danças
cousin's
tradicionais
house.
que se
But
mostravam
once
na hora
they
que estavam
started talk about
nas aulas,
the
aí
moves and the stamps
os
that they
meninos
were
se
doing when
interessavam,
during the
porque os
lessons,
meninos naquela época iam
everyone was
procurar
interested
saber
and they wanted to know.
como era que eu ia fazer. Os meninos queriam se entrosar na dança. Eu fui para Santiago do Iguape,
Everyone wanted to know how we were going to manage
lá
to
no
do what we
ginásio
needed
e
to
eu
do.
coloquei essa dança em
And
Santiago do Iguape. Agreguei
but
60
through the work
voluntários nesse grupo de dança.
that
2
we
horas
were
de
doing here, we
aula.
managed to
Eu tinha meus
put
irmãos
68 people
que
there in
participavam do
Santiago
grupo de
de
dança de
Guapi
Salvador.
to do the work that
Meu
was
irmão vai
needed.
vir dar aula em Santiago do Iguape.
And I
E
was
foi
able
assim
to
que eu
eventually
consegui agregar
put my
60
brother as
pessoas
well
dentro
and be part of this
para
path
daí começar
and
o
give
ensino da
lessons
dança
in
na
Santiago do
pessoa.
Iguape.
Enquanto agora em
And
Santiago do Iguape, só o meu grupo.
in Santiago de
E
Iguapi,
aí,
eventually, it
até o
came that
reitor
we
da
were
época, professor
just
Felipe
our
Serra,
group.
ele estava
Then
na
a
época.
director from
E
UFBA
aí se
came
encantou com o grupo de
and
dança Santiago do
was
Iguape.
enchanted by the
Lá
group.
só tinha
The
o meu grupo
uh,
organizado e só
saw that
tinha o
my
grupo
group
dos
was the
meninos
only
que é
one that was organized,
que é do povo da quadrilha, da quadrilha.
and
E aí
apart from
ele
us,
disse,
only
Denis,
the
vem
people
aqui.
from the
Vem aqui para
quadrilla dances.
Caonde me ver.
And
Na
he
época,
came
ele
here
viu o caminho que
to
eu seguia,
Kaunji,
deixou ele lá na entrada, ele foi
and
andando, porque não tinha
it
estrada.
was so far away for
Não
him
tinha
to get
estrada.
here that
Aí
he didn't have a road.
ele
He
não
had
tinha estrada
to
não.
leave the car
Era caminhada
in a
do
distance
caminho sim,
and
né?
carry on
E
foot.
ninguém saía nem entrava, né?
E saía nem entrava.
Yeah,
E
and
aí ele
people
veio,
had a hard
visitou
time getting
por
here. Those who came in had a hard time leaving. Those
as histórias que ele
who were
fazia
here had a hard
dizendo
time
da
getting
minha
anywhere else.
comunidade, que ninguém tinha
And
nada, não tinha casa para
inside the
morar, não tinha
community, we
nada
didn't
mesmo.
have the
Aí
resources to
ele
sometimes
entrou
even
comigo
build
no
our houses.
conservatório da UFBA para passar
And
uma.
he took me to the main
Peguei todos os
hall
meninos
of
do
UFBA.
grupo da dança, levei até o
I
pé do
took
meu prédio
everyone
passar
from the capoeira
uma
class,
aula
took
com
everyone
toda a
from the
faculdade.
dance classes
E aí pronto, aí foi o
to
meu
give a
grande,
lesson
eu digo
there
assim, foi o meu grande
in
reconhecimento.
UFBA.
E
And
aí
this was
ele
my day
conseguiu
of recognition.
organizar a gente para
And
pegar a carta de
through there, we were
formação,
able
declaração,
to
como que
get
nós
the
éramos
declaration
quilombolas. E
as
daí fizemos o primeiro
as a
seminário
Quilombola
aqui em
community.
Caonde.
Isso foi
And
quando?
they did the first seminar
Foi
here on the Quilombo of Kaunde in
o primeiro
2000.
seminário.
The
Esse
first
foi o primeiro
seminar,
seminário,
yeah.
lá ele vai, o
And
segundo
in this first
seminário em Santiago
seminar,
do Iguape, distrito de Santiago do Iguape.
and
Aí
we
depois
went
foi
through the
o
first
terceiro
seminar
seminário
with second
para
seminar
moradores em
of,
Cachoeira.
and the third
E aí
seminar of
pronto.
Santiago do
Hoje
Guapa
a gente
happened
leva até
in Cachoeira,
o ônibus lá da UFBA que
in
leva
the
todos os
depi
meus alunos. os meninos numa grandeza tão grande, primeira vez que viajavam para
And everyone was
compreender a ilha.
traveling for the
E aí,
first
quando
time
chega
to
lá,
Salvador.
fez
Everyone's
a
so excited
apresentação lá, e
to
aí
make this
ele
performance.
não. Ele disse
And
ali, vou levar
from
vocês
there,
até o governo federal,
he told me that he was going to take me to the federal government
até o
entities
governo
and
federal. E digo a você, meu
first
amigo,
to Salvador, to the
isso
state
vai
of Bahia,
acontecer. E
then
aí
to
eu
the
tive o
federal entities,
prazer de dizer que foi através
national
desse grupo de
entities.
dança
And it was through
que
this
dança
dance group that I was able to
painel todinho
reach
lá que eu fiz com essas
uh,
crianças. Só que quando
national
a gente foi
projection.
fazer a apresentação, eu
And
dormi lá no
we
Hotel Vila Velha, porque
went
tinha dormido no
to
Hotel
stay in a
Juvani na parte da
hotel, in
lua de
Hotel Villa
mel.
Velha, with
E
all
aí,
of us,
daí o governo federal
uh,
me
everyone
levou
from the dance group.
à Câmara. O
He
terceiro,
took me
quarto ou secretário me levou na sede da
to the
FETAM.
House of
E aí foi lá que a
Delegates.
gente escreveu o primeiro
There we are
projeto,
able to write the
primeiro
first
projeto
project
para essa redondeza, para essa comunidade. E daí
to
fechou.
have recognized the communities here, the
Posso falar uma
Quilombola
coisa?
communities here.
Pergunta.
Can I ask a question?
Não, é porque você está no seu raciocínio aí. Você pode concluir, você
Can I
pode
ask you
completar, depois eu
something?
respondo.
You can finalize what you're talking
Essa
about,
história
then
da
you
dança,
tell me.
como essa história dessa arte, né? A expressão da dança, dessa
The
arte,
expression of
pode ser
dance, of
também
this
conectada
art,
aos jovens,
the
aos
potential
adolescentes.
has to connect
Mas tem outro
teenagers.
lugar também, assim, que
But
foi
there is another
porque
place that I've been thinking because dance,
sim, essa
um,
manifestação, por exemplo, né? Assim,
it's the experience
esse ritmo
of dance
único,
within
Yes.
assim, essa
quilombola.
liberdade quando ela chega também na gente, assim,
So in Candomblé, when
aquela
divinity,
simplicidade da
when it
dança.
gets to
E essa
us,
dança também,
when it moves, when it moves around
né,
us,
ela se expressa ali, ela traz essa
this is a
emoção
dance that
interna,
expresses themselves, you know,
ela trabalha essa
that
comunicação
that moves when the entity comes, you know, the beauty,
afeto e tudo mais.
how that
E
thing
a dança
feels.
afro,
So
ela também acaba sendo uma
Afro
representação, né?
dance
Porque a dança
is
afro,
kind of like a
ela traz
representation
para representar
of this
isso.
as well, you know, because it
Isso é uma forma
tries
de voltando assim para a questão
to represent
dessa coisa
that
da
moment.
manifestação da divindade na gente, né? Dessa
So
manifestação através
going
da
back
dança.
to the
A
idea
primeira vez que eu vivi a experiência
of
da
representing
manifestação
our
dessa arte,
ancestry,
eu fiquei
our
muito impressionada.
religious ancestry,
Como eu
the
não tinha
first time I saw it,
experiência que eu ia, né, nas
uh, I
festas assim, só para
I was
assistir,
really
era
impressed,
uma
you know.
relação muito assim de espectadora, né, de olhar.
So
E quando
it's always
acontece
been a
isso,
relation of very
é muito
like
forte, porque assim,
very
são vivências
eye-opening relationship that I
muito,
had
meu querido, mas ainda me
with this
impressiona
type of
sobre
dance, you
isso, né?
know.
E me veio
It
muito
was
forte essa
beyond
palavra
me.
que Nietzsche
It
traz,
was
assim,
really
né? Que
strong
eu não
within me.
poderia crer em um Deus que soubesse dançar, né?
I
Assim,
could
saber que
only, and
precisava ter
it was then that I realized that I could only believe in a
essa
God that
vivência,
could dance, you know,
tanto
because that moved me so
emocional,
much.
que é zeladora, né? Essa
So
questão da
tell me
comunicação,
about this relationship with the dance,
essa manifestação da
for you,
dança
for
traz
yourself.
esse espaço
How
para
does
você. E
this,
também essa
how
relação
does
que quando você vê
dance
esses jovens se atraindo,
relate
tem
with
um,
the
uma
space
transformação social. São dois
that you
lugares, né?
have, and how
Um
does
pouco assim
that
do que eu quero
affect the
dizer. Mas nessa
teenagers as
história que você
well?
estava falando
So
dessa
it's two
expressão
different
da
places.
arte,
So I'll ask you to
é,
finish your story, and then we'll get back
Deixa
to
eu te
this one.
falar.
Yeah.
Essa história toda que eu tô te
That's
contando,
a story that I was
eu
telling
não,
you.
eu não, eu ia falar depois.
I was going to tell you
Tudo isso que eu tô
afterwards,
te contando, tudo isso
but
que foi
everything that I am
aceito,
telling you
foi
that
através do
was
caboclo que me
accepted,
pega.
it was through
Foi
a
ele que me
caboclo that
começou
incorporated me.
logo no
He was
princípio,
the one
porque eu fiquei aqui a
that
devagar
went
andando,
through
como
first
foi eu
because
terminei a escola, coloquei, foi eu
I
mesmo que
wasn't
coloquei na
able
minha escola, eu que botei o nome na minha
to
escola, que
put
eu
all
era,
of this
sempre fui
together.
devota de São Cosme
I
de
started the
Damião, então
school. I
o
was
nome da
a
minha escola é
devotee
Escola
of
Cosme
São Cosme
Damião,
e
e
Damião.
hoje quem
The
trabalha
name
lá
of my
na
school is
escola são
São
minhas
Cosme e
filhas,
Damião.
hoje eu levei 26 anos
Those
represento
the
na
people
minha
who work
casa,
now
vocês
are
não
my
devem falar
daughters
disso
now,
dentro
but
do meu
I
terreiro,
was there
e aí quem
through the whole
representa
beginning of the
foi
journey, and
ele que
through
me
this
passou,
caboclo that's
ele me
incorporated,
colocou
he
para
was
me
the
dançar
one
dentro do terreiro, nas casas,
that told
né?
me
Isso
to
foi
start
ele,
incorporating the
e aí
dances
todos,
inside
quando eu fui
the
casar com meu
class.
amigo,
and I started bringing the kids that were studying there. We didn't have all the drums. We only had one atabaki. The other ones were tambourines made of python skin, and through there, it's where we started hitting the rhythms and of caboclo dances. And this is the caboclo that started the dance group. He's indigenous, and he's the one that started the dance group so that kids could move. And still today is the one that moves everything inside the Rio. And through all this recognition, the federal government offered a karuru here in and this was able to draw in the attention. It was able to put everyone to dance here. When the group is getting weak, it already starts alerting me. The group is losing strength. We need to start working on it again. It's stopping. It's stopping. You have to put everyone to dance. You have uh, to beat the drums so that we can bring the energy back. I wasn't going to touch on this topic right now, but it was through the caboclo that had this determination to really go through with everything. Everyone is old right now, and everyone continues to dance.
That's really beautiful. Your work is really, really great.
When I say old, everyone already has their time, but did not lose the energy in their bodies. And we also have the small ones who are getting married, who are going through university, who are leaving, coming back, doing the work that they do. They're already in their own paths. One here today, we're managing the visits, the tourists, and were coming in. He was the one who was in charge of the drums as well, the tabaki.
Uh,
And the kids that were started here so small, they are the ones already who are taking charge and doing all of these things. And but it all started through the caboclo. He's the one that brought the idea of the dance group. Uh, through that group of dance group is that we were able to draw attention from this director of FUFPA University, and through that director in UFBA that we're able to register our community. Uh, Through that registering of community that we're able to start having access to tourism and our council of Vale do Iguape, and we've been starting other institutions, and we have been working with 18 Quilombola communities here, but everything through this Orisha that really started this group. And he's the one taking charge.
and he follows everything.
If it's taking long, if it's not taking long, he's the one who's managing everyone, the caboclo.
That's really beautiful.
He talks to the woman, says how what they have to do.
That's really beautiful, really beautiful.
Here, our communities, they were able to stand on their feet with God first and the Orishas. But because after this recognition that we're able to have access to water for everyone, to have access to the project for house building. It was through this dance group that he started that we're able to get everything, our registering, our recognition, our resources. Some have faith, some others don't, but it doesn't matter because we are here, we're doing the work, we're doing our meetings every month. We and yesterday we had the Jira and the council. And I'm there to say, through all our research, through our Tejero, that we have everything that we have here today. So we stopped having to carrying cans of water in our heads. We have electricity now. We have our houses now because of this caboclo of this dance group. In 2000, we able to go there. 2003, we were able to get electricity. Then get Minha Casa Minha Vida. We were able to get 50 houses built here, divided for everyone. And so everything divided within each territory, but everything started with this dance group. Yeah.
That's really beautiful. Everything started from this moment of dance. That's really beautiful. And the organizations, we see that a lot in. They teach about governance, about the communities and everything. I'm not sure what they called the African communities in the time, but uh, the king had this governance in these kingdoms, but there was always counselors, like, and who counseled first were the religious figures, always the African communities were were governed by the orishas, the gods. They were always the religious figure was always had to be had to be consulted before the decision of the king, So this is an image that I find really beautiful, It's
Here it's
it's
not
something that
yeah,
carries on to this day in a way.
here is not different. Yeah, everything gets them. They get in the way of everything, but when they get in the way, that's when things work. Yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing that we don't notice how much influence that they have
yeah,
on
we're
our
not
lives. We are
alone.
never alone.
And they ask, what day are we going to have the parties? When are we going to have the karuru? And people are enchanted. The people are it's marvelous. It's beautiful.
When is going to be a party? When is
Right now, I'm not going to do the karuru because my nephew passed away. So I'm only going to do it after 3 months. So only in the end of December that I'm going to do the karuru of São Cosmo. And São Cosmo respects because he knows that this is how we do things here. And I'll do the São Cosmo with yeah, Janssen.
you do
So
one of each?
we'll do one for each. Uh, so we'll do for the three.
So it's going to be
Yes,
in December, right?
December, yeah, 31st.
On the
From
31st.
December 31st to the 1st of January. If they give me the order that I must do, I'll do. Because I also abide by them, because that's who helps me.
Eu vejo que ele me libertou, que esse caboclo me
When
libertou.
when I see that
Isso
uh,
quer dizer para o povo.
this caboclo
Ele me libertou.
gave me the
Eu queria
freedom that they
viver
have
mas
today.
daquele jeito. E aí eu fiquei três juntou.
I had
Nesses três
three junto, three paths,
eu tenho esse caboclo
and
que diz assim, isso é
in
isso,
one
é
of
isso.
these paths, I have this caboclo that tells me that it's this and this and that,
E essa coisa assim
and
do culto,
And this
it,
thing about
o pessoal faz
um,
a dança pela comida, né?
it's interesting that the religious activities always has lots to do with dance, with
É o
food,
pacote todo,
you
né?
know.
Pronto.
It's amazing. It's like the culturing the
yes,
gods
it's
is
the whole
always like
party. Yeah.
um
I've
a
been
huge
singing
part, you
every
know.
all the time. I didn't want everything that I have, but thank God, I'm living a good life. All my fortune today is that my children, my daughter, none of them are outside the religion. All of them are involved,
Pensa, não?
Essa parte aqui é sua, essa é sua, essa é
and I
sua.
tell them this part is yours, this is
Isso é
yours,
muito
and this
bacana,
one is
os
yours.
velhos, né? Perpetuando o legado de forma potente, multiplicado em
It's
10
amazing
gerações,
that
né?
all your all 10 of
A
them
sua
are
Yeah,
involved, right? Like
each one has their
every
own part
one.
because I tell them everything is organized. You're in charge of this, you're in charge of that. Everything is organized here.
só para chegar para vai fazer limpeza.
If
Obrigado.
someone is in charge of cleaning, another person is in charge of cooking. Everyone has their responsibilities, and
E
everything
realmente
keeps
eu
on
ensino
going here.
a eles todos, como me ensinou a mim, né?
Yeah, he's been teaching me. He
That's
taught
really
me,
good.
and he
That's great.
teaches everyone here.
It's you always had a great responsibility, and it's amazing that you could multiply that in 10, right? All your sons being involved, you know, to prosper, to make things happen.
Pessoas aí na sua guiança aí, né, dando conta desse legado. Isso é muito
Isso.
People that will carry on your legacy.
E eu
That's
digo
very
pra
powerful.
você, hoje eu fico assim, tem hora que eu fico sozinha e a lágrima desce, porque quando eu me lembro como era antes, e
When I remember how things were before and how they are
novinha,
today,
você
cars couldn't
mulher
get here. It's just
bem,
mud. On your knees, you'd have to carry cans of water. Now we have three cars here, getting here easily in the community. And when you think about how things were in the past, when you didn't have anything, when you were there before, and you come here now and you see cars are coming all the time, I cry because I know that my grandparents didn't have anything like this. They didn't witness anything like this. Sometimes I cry because it's something that
How old are
we're
you?
crying. I'm 73 years old.
You've seen a lot, haven't you?
I've seen many things. Yeah. Because when I see everyone getting here to our community, some hug, I see that it's my house, everything is organized, and the access to housing where no one had access. Uh, when I have a patio in my house, it's very good. One of my daughters told me, I told people to buy 3 vases to put here in your patio, and they brought in the three vases here to put here in my patio, and I think how things are today compared to yesterday.
De resiliência mesmo, de superação, que essa conexão ancestral nos proporciona, né?
It's something of
Yeah, it's very
it's something
great.
of like growing, you know.
né?
Uh, You're
the people are coming
thanking
in.
your
Yeah.
people, right?
Está chegando o povo ali, menina. É assim mesmo.
Senhora, depois só para encerrar aqui, a senhora dança
Just
hoje? A senhora manifesta
to
alguma
finalize
coisa
here,
a senhora dança?
you going to do something today with for the orixás?
Yes, I have protesters due to the pandemic. I had 3 years of all my testing done. I wasn't able to do what I needed to do in the hospital because of the pandemic. And after everything went away, I had to put a prosthesis here in my hip on the right side because I worked a lot. It was wear and tear. I had to carry cans of water, walk long distances, and I had to get the surgery. I had everything, got everything ready, and finally, after the pandemic, was able to get the surgery. I stayed the months, about a year. I wasn't able to do the parties, but when the shoe came, I knew I'm not sick anymore. I'm back.
Quando terminou tudo, minha menina, minha mãe, pelo amor de Deus. Toma banho. Toma aqui suco. Toma aqui isso. Toma aqui. Vai descer.
When when I came back, my daughters were all like, "Ah, you have to rest, you have to rest." But I knew I was back.
Junia just arrived here. I'm going to tell her to talk to us. And how's your time?
Daqui a uns 20 minutos eu tinha fala com esse povo às 16h30, mas aí eu vou ver a menina para coisar aí, né? Umas 5 horas por aí.
Tá, vamos lá. Então a gente recebe Junia.
Mas tem pouca.
Bem-vinda, Junia.
Okay, we're going to present Junia. I would like to to talk to you as well. It's been amazing to be talking to Juvani, you know.
Falando sobre essa resiliência, toda essa história de superação, né? Então chega, Júnia, aparece aí, vamos falar um pouco, se apresenta. Linda, eu sou Luísa.
Boa tarde para todos.
Boa
Benção,
tarde.
mãe Juvani, sua benção. Que
Passa
bom
lá,
escutar.
May Allah bless you.
Que bom escutar suas palavras, viu? É uma história de vida muito bonita, né? E que bom que tem esses 10 aí seguindo, né? Para dar continuidade ao seu legado, toda a sua história aí, né? Povo que canta, que come, que reza, né? E permanece unido. Então, é isso. Pedir licença aqui aos meus mais velhos, aos meus mais novos, toda essa ancestralidade, né, que se encontra aí no nosso fazer cultural, porque falar de dança, falar de canto, falar de axé, falar de terreiro, falar de aquilombar, né, muita ancestralidade, é muita identidade, né, é muita roda, é muita gira, né? E eu sou essa mulher aí, que estou aí a serviço da dança, né? Eu sou de Belo Horizonte, fundei um grupo que chama Companhia Baobá Minas, já está com mais de 23 anos na cidade, e venho aí dançando, aprendendo, ensinando, né? Estou professora hoje da Escola Livre de Artes da Arena da Cultura, e eu sou muito feliz, gente, dançando. Eu posso falar isso, assim. Um dos meus mestres, que é meu mestre de capoeira também, eu sou angoleira, eu sou uma mulher da ginga, acredito nessa forma que o corpo dá, essa forma de andar do brasileiro, essa forma que a gente reinventa, né? De dar um jeito e de contornar os problemas, né, que chega com a gente, com a ginga, né, com a esperteza, né, com a roda, com a circularidade, a pergunta e a resposta, dar e receber, essa musicalidade, corporidade, psicologia que nos ensina a roda, né? A capoeira tem muito disso. E não só a capoeira, como a senhora falou aí, né?
Yes.
Que às vezes o caboclo vem e fala assim: epa, vamos ensaiar mais, esse negócio está muito devagar. Bora. Então,
Para esse grupo.
essa
É assim,
espiritualidade, né?
é
Que
assim
tem na
mesmo.
gente.
É.
Então, eu sou essa mulher da capoeira também. E a Companhia Baobá é formada por mulheres negras e a gente trabalha poemas, cantos, o teatro
We
dança, né? E eu sempre digo, né,
and
que,
I always say that
como disse a
uh,
Constância Evaristo, né, a nossa
like
Nani,
Constance Evaristo
ela
says, that is our
finalmente
great writer
chegou na Academia Brasileira de
that
Letras,
got
e
finally
nós
into
conhecemos
the
alguns anos
Ale-
atrás,
Academia
e
Brasileira de
agora
Letras, and she
ela
was finally able to get there.
né? Mas
She went through the whole
eu
ceremony.
gosto que
And
as
Conceição
mulheres
Evaristo talks about
aprendam
escrevivências.
importante
And what is this inside the dance, the escrevivências inside the dance? And we must think about the dance of ourselves. My Juvani, it's the dance of our story.
desde quando você aceitou
Like since
estar a serviço dessa missão
you were able to
orixá,
accept and the service to Orisha and having three juntos, everything that you must do for one, you have to do for the other one. I'm also a daughter of Yansan, and my Yansan is Hosho, and I'm a daughter of Ogun. So it's three. Three as well that I have to worship. And Luísa and Juvani, we continue with this work, and I have students who are young, but I have students who are 70 as well. So I work in dances in all these different ages, and it's bringing a service to Ashe, singing, dancing, and sharing together. How through our bodies, political body, because we want to dance for entertainment, but we also want to dance to say something to our black ancestrality and in dates of black consciousness, we still have to scream that we're not going to die. It's enough
It's about
violence. It's enough violence against a woman. Enough violence against our
it's enough.
children. Against
We can't take any
so
more
enough violence against
discrimination,
our community, whether it's
independent of where it
religious,
comes from.
whether it is through our bodies, when we through our culture. When you talk about afoxé, capoeira, our our cultural manifestations, we are not just playing. We are not just laughing and dancing. We are resisting and we're saying no to any type of racial injustice or racial prejudice. So we live through our bodies and we are political through our bodies. I think it's important to say that, and that's why I worship Cachoeira for the work that they do. Everyone there does, and through our congados, through our kingdoms, through our drums, we are going to continue in our fights, singing, dancing, And I'm very happy because I have a project here. I have a project that is called Zumbi Culture, the culture of Zumbi. And this is a book that shows people in the cities that have been working in dance and political area, people that have been doing different activities with black themes that work work our fights and are able to continue the work of resistance. And I also launched this book. It's called the Yansan Evento, Brincando faz meu cabelo dançar. And it's also a book that is also being indicated in uh, for children's books, anti-racism children's books, so that our children are able to know who Yansan is, the owner of Winds, of Tempest, dances against all the racial discrimination. And that's work we've been doing. I would like to thank you for sharing the story. That is so very important. We need to be able to say how important it is to respect our elders. And here in Brazil, we are losing that. But we need to learn. We need to learn with Mother Africa, and we need to stop and listen. And it's great that your 10 children were all listening to you and they were able to continue with your work. So thank you so much to everyone. It's more than 20 years. And I'm already being called one of masters here. And I would like to talk about Master Carlos Alvo, Master Evandro Passos, Master João Bosco, and these are the masters of Afro dances. And without them, I wouldn't be able to continue on this path. I would like to thank everyone from the Baobab Dance Company, with money or without money. We want to do our art. We want to join together and join in the quilombos, have the carurus, have the parties. We want to share our food. We want to share our singing or dances, and to share our doings, our cultural doings. So, to our resistance, it's so very important to hear a story like yours and share a bit of what we do with so much willingness to keep on going. Epa, hey, oh yeah.
Luísa, I would like to say to you, like I said before, the name of my dance group when it started, who gave the name? It was one of the orishas. It was the man that asked to Caravana dos Orixás was the entity that asked to create the group. Each movement is from one of the orishas. Movements from Yansan, movements from Ogun, movement from every different orishas. Yeah, one of the artists of the dance group. It's I would like to thank a lot and say salve, salve, all the black people that came from Africa to build Brazil. And like we say that uh, every little state of Brazil has a little bit of the history of Africa. You know, Bahia even more. You know, Cachoeira even more. You know, so I would like to thank all our ancestors. So today, the 20th of the Day of Black Consciousness, but people that actually have that conscience, you know, uh, goes and does work like I do, like she does, like everyone here does, you know, because we need to think about our ancestries. We need to how because what we are doing today, we are continuing their work, you know. So even I'm always like trying to divide myself and trying to grow. I try to think about my ancestry. um I'm always I'm always trying to work to like get better, you know, work for the dance group and everything. I say that like I like to put forward to my dancers that everything has to be beautiful. You're representing something. You're representing ancestry. We what we do is in reverence of our gods. You know, it's not only mine. Everyone. I say that it's not over. You know, today is the day of the Black conscious. You know, but I always think is it possible that every country has that black conscience? Isn't today should be a holiday, but it isn't, you know. But we are always today, every day, we are doing our resistance, you know. We are continuing our work. We are continuing the legacy of our ancestors. Everything is connected to our orishas, to our gods. I would like to thank a lot the power that I had, the strength that I had to fight, you know, to carry on. Uh, you're welcome. Yeah.
Amém. Ô Luísa, posso ler só um pedacinho de um
Luisa,
poema que eu
can
gosto
I heard a
muito?
bit of the poem?
É um poema de José
Yes, you can. Yes, you
It's a
can.
poem
é,
from José Craveirinha,
poeta africano, né?
a
E quero
poem
ser tambor,
from
o tambor está sempre
African
a
poet.
cantar. Ó velho Deus dos homens, deixa-me ser tambor, corpo e alma, só tambor. Só tambor gritando na noite quente dos trópicos. Nem flor nascida do mato do desespero, nem rio correndo para o mar do desespero, nem zagaia temperada no lume vivo do desespero, nem mesmo poesia forjada na dor rubra do desespero, nem nada, só tambor, velho de gritar na lua cheia da minha terra, só tambor de pele curtida ao sol da minha terra, só tambor cavado nos troncos duro da minha terra. Eu, só tambor, rebentando o silêncio amargo da mafala. Só tambor velho de sentar no batuque da minha terra. Só tambor perdido na escuridão da noite perdida. Ó velho Deus dos homens, eu quero ser tambor. E nem rio, nem flor, nem zagaia, por enquanto, nem mesmo poesia, só tambor, ecoando como a canção da força e da vida. Só tambor, noite e dia e noite, só tambor, até a consumação da grande festa do batuque. Ó velho Deus dos homens, deixa-me ser só tambor. É isso.
A poem by African poets to the drum.
Craveirinha, esse
José
poema
Craveirinha.
dos maiores poetas de Moçambique.
one of the greatest poets from Mozambique, and in 1991 he got a literary word of Portuguese language. And here too, it's not a holiday. I'm not so Rio, São Paulo, Salvador, maybe I'm not sure, but we need to fight to have our date as a national holiday.
Asha. And we need to have the conscious that today is a day that we talk about this subject of black consciousness, but black consciousness has to be lived every day, you know? Everything that we do every day should be to, towards black conscience, you know? It's something it's something alive. Um it's something that has to be every day. And our ancestors are always there, reminding us to fight, to get up and do everything every day, you know? And we need to multiply that in 10, in 20, in 30 into everyone. It's a daily fight. It's something that will really make difference, you know? It it that it becomes something political, something constant, um something something that's always there, you know, because it has to go beyond us, has to go beyond the people that are here, has to go to everyone. I'm really happy to be here in this circle talking to you guys.
I would like to thank everyone, just to thank everyone.
That Oshala blesses us. And today, the first day of the week, that our gods protect us. I would like to say good night to everyone. Thank you very much.
Os donos, os trabalhadores.